Namaste friends, this is the second video for day 36 Bridge Course Standard 10th English. In today's first video we have studied finite verbs with competency statement number 20. With the same competency statement, let us start the next topic. Activity number 2. Competency statement number 20. Non-finites or infinitives, participles and gerunds. Learning outcomes. By the end of this activity, the students will be able to understand the concept and types of non-finite verbs, to understand the difference between finite and non-finite verbs, to use the correct form of non-finite verb in a sentence. So, read and find finite verbs in the following sentences. Most people agree that tea is a refreshing drink. Number 2, India goes on to become one of the leading producers of tea in the world. Number 3, India went on to become one of the leading producers of tea in the world. Number 4, India has gone to become one of the leading producers of tea in the world. And number 5, in Japan, tea is made using powdered green tea called matcha. Now friends, which is the finite verb in sentence number 1? Agree. Do you find some more verbs in the same sentence? Yes. Is in the subordinate clause, and there is present participle refreshing. Here finite verb is agree and refreshing is present participle used as an adjective. Question number 2, 3 and 4. Do you find any similarity and difference in question number 2, 3 and 4? Observe it carefully and try to find similarity and difference in all the 3 sentences. Sentence number 2, 3 and 4. Yes, you will find the same sentence used in 3 different tenses. Only the verb form is changed. In sentence number 2, India goes on to become one of the leading producers of tea in the world. So here simple present tense, the finite verb is goes. India goes on, so goes finite verb. In sentence number 3, the same sentence, only the form is changed, verb form is changed. India went on to become one of the leading producers of tea in the world. So here past form of the base verb go is used in sentence number 3. It is finite verb. And in sentence number 4, India has gone to become one of the leading producers of tea in the world. Here the sentence is changed into present perfect tense, so has gone, finite verb. We have studied in the previous video that the verb which shows an agreement with the subject in the sentence and is limited by person and number of the subject, so it is finite verb. So goes, went, has gone, and in the first one agree. These are the finite verbs. Then last sentence number 5, In Japan, tea is made using powdered green tea called matcha. So this is in passive voice. So is made. Is finite verb. Here we find some infinitives, non-finite verbs in these 5 sentences. In sentence number 1, as I told, refreshing is present participle used as an adjective for the noun drink. In sentence number 2, 3 and 4, because the same sentence is used in 3 different tenses, so to become is infinitive. In sentence number 2, 3 and 4, to become is infinitive, to plus base verb. This form is known as infinitive. Then leading producers, leading is participle, present participle, but used as an adjective for the noun producers in sentence number 2, 3 and 4 respectively. In the last sentence, using, this is present participle verb, but it is non-finite because it is not limited by the person and number of the subject. It does not show any agreement with the subject, and one participle, powdered, used as an adjective. So these are the 5 sentences. We have one more set for more practice. Read the sentences and find finite and non-finite verbs. Number 1, I have heard amazing stories about this kingdom. I would like to attend the court today. Swimming is the best exercise. The Greek leader decided to follow the advice of the wise Odysseus. Next day, the Trojans woke up expecting to go out and fight. I have heard amazing stories about this kingdom. Here, have heard shows agreement with the subject I. It's a present perfect tense. So, have heard, finite verb. Amazing stories. Amazing is present participle verb used as an adjective for the noun stories. In sentence number 2, would is modal auxiliary to support the finite verb like. I would like, and to attend is infinitive. In number 3, swimming is the best exercise. Here, swimming, present participle used as a noun, we call it gerund. G-E-R-U-N-D. Swimming basically is present participle, but here it is used as a noun, so it is called gerund. Is, present form of be, helping verb be. It is finite, used as finite verb in sentence number 3, is. Number 4, the Greek leader decided to follow the advice of the wise Odysseus. So here decided, finite verb, to follow infinitive. Number 5, next day the Trojans woke up expecting to go out and fight. So woke up, finite verb. Expecting, present participle verb. It does not show agreement with the subject, so it is non-finite. To go, infinitive. Fight is also considered infinitive. So in this way, we have seen the difference between finite and non-finite verbs. Now let's proceed to the next. So with the help of these 2 sets of examples, we can conclude with this, that Non-finite verbs are having three types: infinitives, participles and gerunds. Now, solved activity, a CERT PDF, page number 102. Read the sentences and find finite verbs from them. Number 1, the kids played under the running water. Number 2, the kids are playing under the running water. Number 3, Vedant plays under the running water. So here, finite verbs play, plays, played, plays, are playing. There is another verb also. Can you find it? Yes, it's running, used in all the three sentences. Look at other finite verbs which you found. They change as per the person and tense. Does running also change as per the person and tense? No, it remains the same. So, the verbs which do not change as per the person or the tense or number, they are called non-finite verb. Already in the previous video we have studied the difference between the two. Let's see some more examples. That sleeping cat is mine. Running is good exercise. Uma went to Mumbai to find a job. Look at the underlined verbs in these sentences: sleeping, running, to find. They never function as the main verb in any sentence. In the first example, sleeping describes the word cat. Here it functions as the adjective, it is called participle. Then in the second sentence, running works as a noun. It works as the subject of the sentence, it is called a gerund. In the third example, the verb find is preceded by to, it is called infinitive. Some infinitives can work without to, they are called bare infinitives. For example, she made me cry. So here cry is without she made me cry. So here cry is without to. Cry here is bare infinitive. Another example, I heard him sing a lovely song. In this sentence, sing is without to, it is bare infinitive. Now, find non-finite verbs from these sentences. Rashmi found the shop at a walking distance. Kids like the moving toys. The broken glass cut my foot. The tired man ate the food quickly. Nirmala likes to learn new things. So here in sentence number 1, Rashmi found the shop at a walking distance. So walking is non-finite verb. Kids like the moving toys. Moving is used as participle, as an adjective for the noun toys. Non-finite verb. Broken in sentence number 3. Past participle used as an adjective for glass. So it is non-finite verb. Sentence number 4. Tired. Past participle verb used as a noun adjective for man. So it is non-finite verb. Sentence number 5. To learn is infinitive. Infinitive is a type of non-finite verb. So finally, walking, moving, broken, tired and to learn. These are non-finite verbs here. SCRT page number 103. Practice activity. Find verbs from these sentences and state whether they are finite or non-finite. The sky was filled with shining stars. We will be glad to help you. Smoking is injurious to health. I want some time to complete this work. Following the tradition, the prince became the king. These are the 5 sentences. So let us go back to sentence number 1. The sky was filled with shining stars. Here, was filled in sentence number 1 will be in sentence number 2, is in sentence number 3, want in sentence number 4 and became in sentence number 5. So these are finite verbs because they show an agreement with the subject and they are limited by the person and number of the subject. But shining in sentence number 1, to help in sentence number 2, smoking in sentence number 3, to complete in sentence number 4, and following in sentence number 5. These are non-finite verbs. In sentence number 1, shining is present participle used as an adjective. In sentence number 2, to help is infinitive. In sentence number 3, smoking is gerund used as a noun, subject of the sentence. Again, in sentence number 4, to complete is an infinitive, and in sentence number 5, following is present participle. So non-finite verb. Extension activity on the same page. Fill in the blanks with an appropriate participle. We entered a remote village dash the main road into bracket left living. Number 2, the dash shop will open tomorrow into bracket closing and closed. Number 3, not dash knowing the answers, I took help from my teacher into bracket knowing known. Number 4, the villagers spotted an dash tiger injuring. And 5, Meera tried dash a cake, baked, baking. Now see the answers. Which appropriate participle is to be filled in the blank or in infogap to make the sentence meaningful and contextually meaningful? Number 1, we entered a remote village leaving the main road. Number 2, the closed shop will open tomorrow. Not known, knowing the answers, I took help from my teacher. The villagers spotted an injured tiger. Meera tried baking a cake. Parallel activity. Now parallel activity, SCERT PDF page number 103. Rewrite the following sentences by adding infinitives as shown in the example. The example, Lata likes living a healthy life. So here living is used as present participle and we have been asked to convert it into infinitive. So answer, Lata likes to live a healthy life. So here to live used as an infinitive. So in this way we have to change these sentences. Now number 2, the teacher tried testing us. So here the underlined verb is testing, here composing and here catching. So number 2, the teacher tried to test us. Number 3, the musician started composing new tunes. The musician started to compose new tunes. Number 4, the police attempted catching criminals. So here the police attempted to catch criminals. And one more example. Here I clean the shown example. Fatima loves making people happy. So here answer. Fatima loves to make people happy. So as per the instruction, we have changed the participles into infinitives. Number 2, testing, to test. Number 3, composing, to compose. Number 4, catching, to catch. And number 5, making, to make. So in this way, this activity was to be completed. Now reinforcement activity. Underline the gerund or infinitive in the following sentences. Learning English is not so difficult. Number 2, my mother helped me to complete the project. Number 3, Sumaya wants to become a doctor. Number 4, Raju is good at skating. Number 5, Francis loves drawing pictures. So number 1, learning. Here it is used as gerund because it is used as a noun, subject of the sentence. Then number 2, my mother helped me to complete the project, infinitive. Number 3, to become, infinitive. Raju is good at skating, so skating, gerund. Francis loves drawing pictures. So here drawing, non-finite verb used as non-finite verb. Now in evaluation activity, the instruction, fill in the blanks with proper non-finite verb. This is on SCRT page number 104. Number 1, we are willing dash the game and the verb given in the bracket is win. Number 2, the lawyers kept dash the game into bracket explain. Number 3, the shopkeeper wants dash good income into bracket make. Number 4, you can make tasty dishes from dash milk into bracket spoil. Number 5, Amitabh Bachchan is known for his dash and into bracket act. Now answers. We are willing to win the game. So infinitive. The lawyer kept explaining the game. Non-finite verb. Present participle. The shopkeeper wants to make good income. Infinitive. Number 4. You can make tasty dishes from spoiled milk. So non-finite verb. Participle. Used as an adjective. Number 5, Amitabh Bachchan is known for his acting. Gerund. Used as noun. So in this way, this activity we have completed. It was related to non-finite verbs. Now activity number 3, this is the last activity in this bridge course with competency statement number 20. To know the determiners, learning outcome, to learn types of determiners and their uses. Now listen to these sentences carefully. Number 1, the exams were recently cancelled by the government. Add some sugar in the tea. These coins are very old. He came by his car. I am reading a book. Laila invited only a few friends for the party. Now look at the highlighted words in these 6 sentences. Where are they placed? So you will come to know in the very first example. The is placed before exams and again the before government. Number 2, highlighted word some before sugar. Number 3, sentence number 3, highlighted word these placed before coins. Number 4, highlighted word his is placed before car. Number 5, highlighted word a placed before book. And number 6, highlighted word few is placed before friends. So exams, government, sugar, coins, car, book, friends, all these are nouns. So what is the type of these words? They all are nouns, as I told. These words give us references of other words or specify something. In the first sentence, the refers to exams and government. In the next sentence, number 2, the word some specifies the quantity of sugar. Can you tell me what the words these, his, a and few refer to? They refer to coins, car, book and friends. So these words are called determiners. They come before a noun. As per their function, they are classified into 4 types. Let us see the examples. A and the, these are articles. In the first sentence, the refers to specific things like exams and government, so it is definite article. In the fifth sentence, a refers to a general thing, so it is an indefinite article. Articles work as determiners. Then some and few specify the quantity of sugar and friends. These are quantifiers. Any, every, little are some more examples of quantifiers. The words like his, their, my, are show possession. So they are possessives. This, that, these, those demonstrate a particular thing or noun. They are called demonstratives. So these are the types of determiners. Now SCRT PDF page number 107, fill in the correct determiner in the blanks. The principal declared dash results, the results. Rashmi bought dash umbrella, an umbrella. Dash book is very interesting. This book is very interesting. Number 4, dash voice is melodious. Your voice is melodious. Number 5, dash species of birds are disappearing from the earth. Many species of birds are disappearing from the earth. And number 6, do you have dash questions? So do you have any questions? So again I repeat, sentence number 1, the results. Number 2, an umbrella. Number 3, this book. Number 4, your voice. Number 5, many species. And number 6, any questions. Now practice activity. Select the proper determiner to complete the sentences. I want to buy dash gifts, some gifts. I did not find dash there, anyone. I did not find anyone there. Number 3, only dash students get the scholarship. Only a few students get the scholarship. Number 4, I have dash notes of the new currency. I have many notes of the new currency. Number 5, there are dash varieties of mobiles in the market. There are many varieties of mobiles in the market. And last one, does dash know the answer of this question? Does anybody know the answer of this question? So there is an extension activity or parallel activity considering reinforcement. Complete the sentences by filling the correct determiner. Very dash people can write with the left hand. Very few people. So few. Number 2, dash is busy watching the match. Everybody is busy watching the match. Number 3, Rajesh used dash knowledge to win the game. Rajesh used his knowledge to win the game. Number 4, Sambhaji will start dash new business. Sambhaji will start a new business. Indefinite article of. Number 5, Gandhiji believed in dash principle of truth. So definite article the. Gandhiji believed in the principle of truth. Number 6, there is dash powder left in the bottle. There is little powder left in the bottle. Number 7, dash year the rain is good. So here demonstratives, this year the rain is good. And number 8, dash people were appointed in the office. So quantifier 7. 7 people were appointed in the office. So in this way we can fill the determiners. Now last activity, match the pairs. So in the table, determiners and their examples have been given, and in the middle column blank space is given for writing the answers. Number 1, demonstratives, answer this and those. Quantifiers, little, any and more. Articles, a and the or the. Possessives, your and my. So friends, in this way we have completed all the activities in this bridge course, and I hope these activities will definitely be useful for you to proceed in the next studies that you are going to learn in 10th standard. So wish you all the best for acceleration of your learning English, both as a subject and language.